Everyone in the grand citadel of Varkil remembered the legend of Princess Saravel, the veiled heir, the flame-eyed sovereign, the one whose mere presence made generals tremble. She was born with the ancient psionic crown mark, a power that could bend minds, crush wills, and level entire battalions without lifting a hand. Everyone feared her. Everyone. Except the humans who had just arrived. The Galactic Council thought they understood humanity. They believed humans were stubborn, chaotic, unpredictable, but manageable. Until today. Because today, the Council offered their most dangerous heir as part of a peace treaty. And a human accepted instantly. It began in the Hall of Concord, a chamber so massive its ceiling hovered above a permanent swirl of luminous fog. Delegates from 70 systems gathered in tense silence. The Varkil Empire, brutal and ancient, stood on one side. On the other, the small but terrifyingly resourceful human delegation. At the center stood Commander Rose Halden, her red hair tied in a precise knot, and James Alder, a calm, unreadable figure in matte black envoy armor. The Varkil Emperor rose. His obsidian crown glinted sharply as he announced, "Humans. For the stability of the galaxy, we offer our heir, Princess Saravel, as a bond partner. Her power is unmatched. Her wrath is legendary. Her presence, fatal to the unworthy." The hall froze. The air itself seemed to hold its breath. Even the Emperor hesitated before finishing. "Which among you dares accept this responsibility?" No species had ever dared. Varkil power wasn't ceremonial, it was lethal. The heir had once forced an entire invasion fleet into unconsciousness simply because they annoyed her, and yet, without consulting anyone, without even blinking, James stepped forward. "I accept." A ripple of shock tore through the chamber. A dozen ambassadors choked. Someone dropped a datapad. Rose closed her eyes briefly, muttering something that sounded suspiciously like, "Here we go again." The Emperor stiffened. "You accept? Do you understand what she is?" James nodded. "Completely. No fear. No hesitation. Just calm certainty." The Emperor's eyes narrowed, but a smirk tugged at the corner of his mouth, dangerous, impressed. "Very well. Summon the princess." The doors at the hall's far end split open. Light poured through. And Princess Saravel stepped out. She was tall, almost weightless in her movements, draped in shimmering crystal thread robes. Her eyes burned with golden fire, the visible sign of psionic overcharge. Each step she took made the air warp slightly around her. Delegates unconsciously leaned away. But James stood straight and unmoving. Saravel stopped before him. Her voice was soft but carried like a blade across metal. "You accepted me without fear." "Correct. Do you know that I could rip your mind apart in a heartbeat?" "You could try." The hall gasped. Even Rose covered her face with one hand. Saravel's eyes narrowed. She reached out, not physically but psionically. A wave of force slammed toward James. Enough to knock out a war beast. James didn't flinch. The force broke on him like water against stone. Saravel froze. Her golden flames dimmed. Her voice slipped from royal authority into confused whisper. "How?" James finally smiled, a small, human, terrifyingly calm expression, human neural structure. High resistance to psionic intrusion. "And me?" He tapped his temple. "I'm a volunteer for the Deep Mind program. Specialized shielding." Rose stepped beside him, arms crossed. "He's basically psionic sandpaper." "Your Highness." A strange silence fell. Princess Saravel stared at James as though she were witnessing a star take human form. Then something even stranger happened. She laughed, not a small laugh. A bright, ringing, amused one. "You interest me, human." The council adjourned, but Saravel stayed with the human delegation. She moved beside James with a curiosity bordering on obsession. "Why accept so quickly?" she asked as they walked through the crystalline gardens outside. "Most species fear me." "I don't fear things I understand," James replied. "And you think you understand me?" "Not yet, but I'd like to." Saravel's eyes softened, losing their burning edge. "You are either brave or foolish." Rose snorted behind them. "He's both. Mostly both." Saravel glanced at Rose. You do not fear me either? Rose shrugged. Fear wastes calories. The princess blinked, unsure how to respond to that. Humans had always seemed unusual. But today, Saravel realized humans weren't merely unusual. They were terrifyingly different. They adapted fast. They faced danger like it was a sport. And they met overwhelming power with a shrug and a grin. It fascinated her. Later, aboard the human cruiser Valiant Horizon, Saravel sat across from the two humans in the diplomatic lounge. She had requested privacy. You know, she began, my people offered me because they thought no one would accept. They believed fear of me would give them leverage. James nodded. And now. She looked at him with a strange intensity. I cannot read you. I cannot intimidate you. I cannot break you. It is unsettling. Do you want to? Saravel paused. No, the word surprised even her. I want to understand you, she admitted. And I want to know why your species walks into fear like it is merely another door. Rose answered this time. Because humans learned something long ago. If you stare into the dark long enough, sometimes the dark steps back. Saravel inhaled slowly. A tremor, not of fear but excitement, ran through her. I think I accepted your treaty, human, she murmured. But you accepted me? James held her gaze. Without hesitation. A faint golden flush lit Saravel's cheeks, an emotional reaction. No. Varkil soldier had ever seen. No wonder the galaxy feared her. Now she feared something else. Something she'd never experienced. A human who wasn't afraid of her at all. When the Varkil Emperor received the report, he stared at the message long and silent. So, he murmured to his advisors. The human accepted instantly. One advisor swallowed. Yes, your majesty. And the princess is calm? More than calm? She appears intrigued. The emperor leaned back in his throne, a rare grin spreading across his face. Then we have underestimated humanity even more than we feared. The galaxy should prepare, he laughed softly, for when humans accept something, they never let go.